Hello children, in this video I will be covering the topic that is the streets, houses and the drainage system of the earliest city and the life of the people who lived in that cities and occupation that the people they do, the kind of occupations they were involved in. So let me tell you, the town planners of those time have made straight roads crossing each other at right angle and thus dividing the city into blocks. That is the only reason the cities were divided into blocks. This is very similar to the modern towns design used in Jaipur and Chandigarh even after thousands of years. Yeah, as you can see, many of the developed cities they plan the city in that way that the road should be crossing each other or cutting each other at right angle. So that that helps the city um, to be planned properly. Plus, that segregate the areas also. Now, talking about the houses and the buildings, houses were made of bricks and muds. Some two-story houses have been found there. The houses were built on both the side of the road and they had thick walls. The door did not open to the main street but into the side lanes. The bigger houses had a courtyard and the rooms were around the courtyard. They had they had a separate kitchen and the bathrooms also. Some houses had their own wells also. So this resembles the present day scenario of the houses also. At that time also they follow all that things. Talking about the main most important thing and about the cleanliness, when we will look into the kind of drainage system they had at that time. The planners had devised a very good drainage system. The drains were so laid out that the water from the bathing area and the kitchen drained into the narrow drain, which later joined into the larger drain. So now drains had a gradual slope to ensure flow of water. At many places, the drains were covered and had inspection holes also, which shows that they had a sense of hygiene and ensured cleanliness. So at that time also they had, the kind of they had a narrow hole, narrow drains, inspection holes you can say. Through that they can check it out that whether the water is flowing properly or not. So it shows that they had the sense of hygiene and cleanliness at that time also. Talking now about the city and the occupations of the people, truly by just going through two three books, the Indus people had many different occupations. They were farmers, weavers, potters, metal workers, toy makers, jewelry makers, stone cutters, traders. So these were the major, they involved in all that thing. Now I'll be telling you one by one about the things uh, that they did at that time. Starting with seals, variety of seals have been found from these cities. They are of different shape, but most of them are of square or rectangular shape. They have the pictorial motifs and inscriptions on them. Most of the seal have either a bull or a peepal tree or a god which is widely believed to be Pashupati. They convey that all these three would have been worshipped by the people of those times. See, archaeologists, after finding the evidences of the seal, they got to know that they had they used it. The seals they used it at the time of trade also. So and there was a belief that most of the seals has the people tree, and the god that is Pashupati mark was there on the seal. So there was a belief that they may had worshipped them. Now talking about uh, the spinning and weaving, right? Woven cloth unearthed at Mohenjo-daro. the statues of shawl clad man and terracotta toys of the women wearing skirts are evidences that the people were skilled in art of spinning thread and weaving clothes. So these things are telling us that they were involved in different kind of activities, and beside there were men and women who were craft persons also. They do the things from home also, or they travel from one place to another, and they make a lot of things. The artwork of the pots and many other items made up of beads, stones, metals have variety of color and textures, which convey that the craft persons were quite good and well skilled. The pottery made of terracotta has a reddish color with a design of black. So at that time they were having that, color sense that shows. Talking about the new craft in the city that involves the jewelry making also, ornaments like bangles, beads, necklaces, amulets, rings, etc., made up of gold, silver, bronze, and even of terracotta have been found at excavation sites. This also shows that people were aware about the existence and the uses of various metals also, and they used to keep it safe. Now, talking about the most important variety of toy that they used to make it by using fians, the excavation have been bought out various earthen toys made up of terracotta. These include a variety of dolls, plow, carts, etc. Now, let me tell you, as I've told you earlier, that they weave clothes also, right? The woven cloth have also been found there, and trading thrived and was conducted according to the set of rules. The merchants used uniform weight and measures, and the seals had a stamp also. The different seals have been shown in your book also, the kind of seals that they used. Now, coming to the topic, one thing that they use to make the toys and some jewelries also, that is fians. Faience is a material that is artificially produced. The gum was used to shape sand or powdered quartz into an object, right? The object were then glazed, resulting into shiny glassy surface. The color of the glaze were usually blue or sea green. So this is a special gum through which they use it. Uh, they use that gum with the sand or powdered quartz, and they used to make a lot of things, including that I've told you earlier, including toys to the jewelry. Now, we'll be covering the topic, you know, the things that I've told you about their seals, their jewelry making, the the crafts that they perform, the craft activity they do, the potteries and their coloring skills, and their different all other different occupations that I've told you. That is giving an imagination. You can just imagine about them that at that time also they were involved and they had a skill of many things. And many of the things that were produced were probably the work of the specialist. Who were specialists? Let me tell you that specialist is a person who is trained to do only one kind of work. For example, if that person is cutting stone, then he is a specialist of cutting stone. If that person is polishing the beads or carving the seals, uh, so that person is only carving seals. That is the only thing which archaeologists have found the evidences of the thing, and the things were, very well planned, and not only planned, they were very well equipped. That is giving a sense about the specialist also, that the people who do one kind of work, they were very good in that. They were known as specialists. Not everybody could have been a specialist. We do not know whether only men were specialists or only women were specialists, but uh, perhaps men and women have been the specialists at that time. That was just a belief. Now, talking about in search of the raw materials, here we will talk about the farming and about the farmers and herders at that time. Farmer and cattle herders remained the principal occupation of the people in the Indus Valley civilization, that is Harappan civilization. They started to grow crop and had enough surplus. Surplus means after consumption, for self consumption also they had, and after self for keeping it for themselves, उनके पास इतना एक्स्ट्रा होता था. That is the extra part which we have, that is called surplus, that I wanted to tell. The uh, this the presence of the tools like plow and sickles and the remnants of grains indicate that people of the civilization used to grow wheat, barley, maize, millet, and cotton. There is an evidence that the people of the Indus Valley civilization had developed the art of taming and rearing cattle, goat, sheep, along with dogs and pigs also. However, it appears that horse was not known to them, as no traces of the horses have been found in the Indus Valley civilization. All that cattle have been found, but not the horses. So, when we talk about the raw material, maximum of the things they produced naturally, it was there, and they produce enough so that they can just store it for the future use also. The variety of things that they have found, like the precious stones that I have told you, that were also there from the different places, gold, bronze, uh, um, you know, they have found all that things from the different places, different subcontinents. Now, the food for the people in the cities. As earlier, within 2 minutes, 2 minutes before, I've told you about the kind of lives of the farmers and herders, and the different things that they plant, like pulse, peas, rice, sesame, linseed, and mustard, and the way they herd. The Harappans reared cattle, as I've told you, sheep, goat, dogs also, pigs also, right? Water and pastures were available around the settlement. However, in the city, uh, what happens? However, in the dry summer month, large herd of animal were probably taken to the greater distances in search of grass and water. They also collected fruit like bear, caught fish, hunted wild animals like the antelope. So these are the things I have discussed earlier also. You have to understand that how they survived, and what are the different things in which they had involved, and what are the things they do, right? In the next video I will be covering the rest of the towns, the smaller towns which were there, which were included in the Indus Valley civilization. Thank you.